What's up, everybody? Disco Demonic Hydroponic. I made a necklace today, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So, this is the necklace. I've talked about these pieces before. I'm going to go into the numerology of why I use certain numbers. But basically what you do, and I can't remember if I made one like this or yet, and I could have just checked my YouTube channel, but I don't give a fuck right now. So, alright, so you wrap it up on your fingers, you put it in the middle of this thing. This thing right here I usually keep around my altar so it's soaking up the energies of like rituals and stuff. And this is the purple right here was from a Santa Muerte candle that I use in order to help me develop my psychic abilities. So what you do is hopefully you can see all this, but what you do is you get a torch lighter. If you're a dope fiend, you're ahead of the game. Light it up and then melt the wax on top of the cord to where it falls on the cord. See, I'm fucking burning myself right here, man. That happened last time. I made this video a few times already. But anyways, you fucking do that. Get that shit on there. And you can do it all the way around, almost like there's a puddle of wax. You know, wax it doesn't cool off super fast, so you got some time. And then from there you're gonna push it in there, whatever. And then here it gets a little messy, but you basically, after it's in there, this is a waxing cord, so it has wax in there already, but you're imbuing it with the energies of, in this case, La Santa Muerte. So here you kind of just clean that off to where it's like the wax really gets into the fibers. You know what I'm saying, man? And then that's the string you're gonna use. Clean it off pretty good, you know, or you're gonna have fucking wax everywhere. So this is what I made today. This is my old skull beads. I had to change it up, but anyways, it looks like a mala. Now there are 100 beads on here altogether. I did not do that on purpose. It kind of just worked out that way. So I thought that was kind of cool, even though 108 would have been cooler. But fuck it. So here's the Santa Muerte. I've talked about this before. I got it at La Local Botanica. These were actually from a mala necklace that I bought, and they are like yak bone or some shit. So that's where I got these. And this is obsidian. And then this right here, there's a couple of like dark blood red like agate stones or some kind of stone. I can't remember exactly what they are. I bought them at a local shop, and usually if I forget, I can go online and look to see what I bought, but I cannot do that now because I bought these from a local shop like a couple of years ago, maybe a year or two ago. Anyways, but it does have earthly qualities. Okay, so we'll go with that. And then, so the numbers I used were 9. I got 9 obsidian, 13 obsidian, 13 bone, 9 bone. And the significance of the numbers, and the same on the opposite or the same on the other side, right? So yeah, so that's the middle. Then you just go 9, 13, 13, 9. But the significance of the numbers is this. 9 correlates to the 9 levels of the underworld in Aztec mythology. I think also in Mayan mythology, but I'm not super 100% sure, so don't quote me on that unless you want to maybe be wrong. But so that's the 9, right? And 9 has a bunch of other cool stuff about it, like, you know, it's a power number of power, and then from there, this is 13. 13 has a lot of things. Like, first of all, it's like the death card in the tarot. It represents feminine energies. I found on Wikipedia, it says, in ancient cultures, the number 13 represented femininity because it corresponded to a number of lunar menstrual cycles in a year. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And here it says 13 times 28 equals 364 days. The theory is that the solar calendar triumphed over the lunar. The number 13 became an anathema. So this, you know, that's going to be feminine and masculine energies right there. So you have the Knights Templar, the Last Supper. It correlates to the Last Supper because with the 12 apostles and Jesus, you have the betrayal of Judas or whatever, right? And so then that's 13. And then judge and jury, there's 12 jury members and then one judge, and then that's the 13. And then on the hangman's knot, that they used to use back in the day, like in the 1800s, and I'm not sure like the whole history of that, but if you want to look into that, that's up to you. There are 13, like the way the handmade knot is, there are 13 wraps around the knot, and another one is in Aztec mythology, 13 correlates to the 13 heavens that were created from the head of Cipacli. Now, Cipacli is an ancient entity, and I'll let you investigate that as much as you would like. Cipactli. But you may wonder why I added the 13 heavens with a death current. Well, like I said, the 13. Well, the correlation that I found was that being as made from his head, I thought that was pretty fucking cool. And I work in the darkness and the light. I think they both, in the gnosis that I've received, they are one and the same. I've been told by the spirits that there is no difference except for the perception of man. So, and they create, and it also is significant of balance. So, the darkness and the light, like the yin and yang, it creates balance. So, if you have 13 heavens and then the underworld, it would be Ometeo. And I've spoken about Ometeo before. So it's the darkness and the light. It's balance. So, yeah. So that's that. And then from here, man, I got some other purification rites that I'm going to do for it. And this one's going to be for protection and, empowerment, basically. Mainly for protection. But, yeah, that's it. So, I'm going to tie this off. And the reason I got the waxing cord is because whenever I cut this, I can actually use a lighter. And with this, I would want to use a regular lighter, not a torch lighter. Cut that about right there. And then light it up. And then so it'll melt. And you can kind of put it out. And it'll like create a seal to where like a knot on a ball. To where it won't come apart so easy, right? So you don't have to worry about tying in or whatever. So whenever you make it, yeah, you're going to need to make it to where it's going to go over your head. Because that's how you're going to be taking it on and off. If you're going to make it the way I just made it. So, there you go. If you like this video, share it with your friends. If you hate it, share it with your enemies. Take it easy.